Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and I've been on here on YouTube for the last 3 years. Yeah, it'll be 3 years in December. So I just wanted to give a big shout out and like a big thank you to all of those that have subscribed to my channel and that, you know, maybe have been away but they're returning and, you know, coming back, which is lovely. And that's okay. And you know, thank you for your like, sharing and subscribing. It does all help, and it's such a joy, especially when I read the comments and you know, and it's helped somebody. The readings help somebody, and it's a general reading. It might not be for everybody. But it might be one message, and that just that one message might help somebody, and surely that's all that matters. It's not about being famous or anything like that. I'm too shy of a person to even want that for myself, I can tell you. You know, I am an introvert. I find it hard to be an extrovert. But I do in situations that I'm passionate about, and which I'm going to talk about now for a few minutes. But you know, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Christmas. And I know that's difficult sometimes around this period because, you know, families and maybe there's been hurt or heartbreak or betrayal. You know, and healing needs to occur, or there's been a loss, and then this time, especially around this time of year, and then when there's been a loss, it's really hard because you're thinking of that person or pet or collectively, you know, or in your community if something's happened, especially if it's happened around this time of the year. You know, it's really difficult, but it's just about, you know, I don't believe in anything as in, you know, religion or anything like that, but I believe there's something out there, and I just boil it down to love, respect and kindness. You know, I don't like to overthink any of these sort of things, but I just think if you can be respectful and loving and kind to individuals or groups or communities, then, you know, that is the spirit of Christmas. That, you know, that's the whole purpose, the spirit of love. But, you know, it is the spirit of Christmas. And I see this card very much as the spirit of Christmas. You know, the Six of Coins, the picture says it all. And sometimes it can come across as arrogant in one sense, because he's only looking at this chappie and giving coins. So you have to watch, you know, your judgments of who you feel deserves a helping hand, or if you're being neglected or rejected, you know, because there's another person here. But he's not paying any attention. But he does have the scales there, you know, that's all about balance. The Six of Coins is the voluntary card, you know, about volunteering and helping, being in the community and making a difference, you know. And, you know, I don't have much funds, but you know, I'm always provided for, and yeah, it might be day to day, week by week, month by month, you know, but I'm always provided for, and I'm grateful for that. And probably I've got issues on a mental level due to childhood around, you know, finances and abundance, etc. But you know, you have to undo your childhood and the patterns and work on it, keep working on it. But you know, this is all about poverty, and the 5 is all about poverty and feeling left out in the cold, feeling unloved, unwanted, neglected, and that can be a person, a group, a community, whatever. But it's feeling as though you're not. It's a lack card. There's a lack, and hence it can be a poverty consciousness, like a lack, because that's what you've come in here with, or you know, or you've come here to heal. But saying that, you can always help somebody. You can always help somebody, and that's why I'm just giving this little bit of a, because I need some support. I need some help. As in, there's in our community, they're raising funds for a defibrillator. I think I said that right. And I see that as valuable, because if you think, we all have like family, sons, daughters, and mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, you know, and somebody that was in our family, I think it was a couple of years ago, or it was the first year I came on here, and yeah, one of the readings I was upset because it had just happened, but you know, he suffered from a heart attack, and that's why that's close to my heart. Luckily, he, in one sense, he was in the hospital. Was he in the hospital? No, he wasn't. But anyway, they got him there, but he didn't survive it. But the communities are, you know, bringing in these, especially in the villages, the defibrillators, because there's such a strain on the NHS and the resources. And you know, I don't want this to go on too long because of your reading, but you know, and so I think that every community, every village hall, whatever it is, I think they need to have one. And we know we need to love ourselves and love each other and help each other, because you'd want somebody to, you know, get that defib and work on you, or a loved one, and vice versa. So it's just a suggestion, but you know, it'd be nice to be able to go and give them, you know, this check or some money to help them get this defibrillator. And I just thought, because it's Christmas, I've been on here 3 years and I don't charge for my videos, so I just thought a donation would be lovely. You can go to my website and it says there, donation. It's easy to do, whatever you feel, the gift you'd like to give, because this is the benefactor card, and you know, it's being generous, and the volunteer card, or you know, the giving card, it's giving and receiving. But yeah, and you know, I also work with another place, and it's about, because I've been through it myself, so about, you know, homelessness and not having a home, and finding ways of how we can, you know, get people off the streets. So it's not about, well, this is the Samaritan card in a way, you know, either you're a benefactor or somebody would be a benefactor in your life. But yeah, so I have ideas that I'm going to be doing, and I'm probably going to get a petition together about empty, you know, houses, and helping these people and getting them into their own homes. So again, it's, you know, it's all about your passion, what you're passionate about, what touches your heart, and that's what Christmas is all about. So I just wanted to say that and wish you a Merry Christmas, and thank you again for watching my videos, liking, sharing and subscribing. Okay, I think I've said everything, and I'll now go into your reading, whichever one it is now. Okay. And this is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising, for the month of December 2018. What are the most important messages, please, Spirit? How can Gemini navigate their love relationships? Well, it seems like communication is going to be very important this month, and obviously it's the, you know, holiday season, Christmas season. But yeah, there seems to be either someone contacting you or you reaching out and contacting somebody else. Um, and this is like communication. Not so much letters, but you know, emails, text messages. It could be a contract, depending what the other cards are going to be showing. But there either needs to be communication from you, or there needs to be communication from someone else. But that's what's on your mind. Maybe you're thinking about, you know, the Christmas season does bring up memories of, you know, fond memories of past relationships. You know, we tend to only think about the good and not so much the what happened, why it broke down, etc. But yeah, you know, it can be that, and I think Mercury will still be playing its part, especially the shadow phase. And Sagittarius is about the bigger picture, you see. The bigger picture, the broader picture is about truth, beliefs, you know, so yeah, it seems like communication is on your mind, and whether to reach out to somebody maybe. And the heart of the matter, please. Yeah, because it's all about change. You're wanting change. You're wanting, or they're wanting change. You know, this can be either for you or your partner or potential partner, depending on what the scenario is. But yeah, what's at the heart of the matter is that, you know, Gemini is wanting change, and I think it was the full moon in Gemini. So maybe look at that one, because that still plays out until the next full moon in December. So maybe look at that video, because that will give you more insight as to what's going on with you or somebody else, you see. And then that puts your mind at rest. But yeah, this communication, what's at the heart of the matter is to create change. You want change. And that's what that card is saying. But let's see what's going on in the environment. And maybe only reaching out, talking to somebody is going to create that change. And it looks like there's a friendship of some kind. So maybe this is more towards people that are single, maybe. Or it could be, yeah, single as in could be to do with, you know, an ex. But yeah, it's all about a friendship. Now, this can be of either sex, so it covers, you know, same-sex couples. This can be male or female, but it's a companion. It's a friendship. You know, it's a bond, and usually a strong bond. A dog represents a strong bond. You know, like a soulmate connection. But there seems to be change for this person. And there seems to be some form of communication. Like I said, either you need to send that communication out, that text message, that phone call, or maybe they need to. Or this could be that you need to behave in a more friendly way towards someone, because it's about you know, loyalty. A dog is loyal, unconditional love. A dog represents. But we'll see what the other cards are saying. Yes, it's around this friendship, this companionship. And we've got the child come up. So the child is about feeling joyful, you know, because the child is innocent. It stays in the moment. It's all about living in the moment. It's, you know, a child is not thinking about the past or the present. So, you know, we can be childlike in our love relationships, but don't accept childishness, because that shows a sense of immaturity. But yeah, this could be then that there's maybe a friendship in its early stages, because this is very much about something in its early stages, or it could be a friendship, somebody who has children, and maybe that's got in the way of the past, you know, especially if, you know, you've got them or they've got them, or vice versa, as in you want them. But anyway, it's something that's in a friendship that's in its early stage, or they have children. But yeah, this is about something, you know, trying to heal and trying to so maybe some deep wounds, especially with that Scorpio. We've had a lot in Scorpio that's brought up a lot of stuff for people. So this is all about healing. It can represent your professional life, and something blossoming and growing there. So with the letter down this way, it would maybe start to look at that could come under a contract, you see. But we are talking about love, but this can be quite decisive. This can be quite sharp, a quick, you know, sudden change. But yeah, you know, the scathe is like once it chops into something, it's very sharp. It slices, and it only takes one slice. And well, we're certainly looking at the second chakra here. There's a lot of orange in your reading, so we're coming from childhood wounds, because the child, I believe myself, to if you saw it symbolically, it sits in the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and you know, it's where our wounded child sits. It's not the spiritual innocent child. So it feels like maybe there are some wounds that need healing, and there's, you know, this change is could be regarding for some, like if you're in a couple, then, you know, a work situation would show itself, because that's what, you know, your life is around. So it's to do with finances, it's to do with money, it's to do with investment. Those are the key sort of words for this card. Then that could be a business in its early stages, but to do with a friendship of some sort. But this is what's governing all of it. Yeah, there seems to be some sort of anxiety and nervousness to do with this. So if it is for some, at this 15-minute reading, I can't cover everybody, but if it's to do with a business contract, then you feel unsettled, or somebody else feels unsettled about this. And it's a good idea with Mercury retrogrades to, you know, dot the T's and I's and really think about things, and if possible, you know, wait until the new year to put something new in place, really. But yeah, somebody, this person, this friendship, then, you know, is being about scared of change, because this is the change card in the middle. Very nervous about change, and that could be around children. And that could be, this could be a potential partner, and they're having to sort their life out, and is worried about, you know, if that's a business deal, changing a situation to do with finances. But they're asking you to be, you know, very bold and very strong, because these two are green, so these two are very much connected. Yeah, really nervous, really cautious. So you've got to be cautious in your dealings around change or sudden change, to do with a friendship. But they're saying for this month, remember it's this month, and it's how you can navigate it. You need to be strong. You know, you've got to be bold sometimes. You just got to put yourself out there, i.e. dating, or, changing your life, if you need to have a change of lifestyle, you know, change your health in some way, or your finances in some way, then, you know, you've got to be bold and strong, and but it's something that's really important to you or to the other person, that's for sure. But yeah, this change is really, really important. And, you know, it's going to be okay, because you've got the tree here, which is all about vitality and something that grows into a, you know, something really solid and grounding. And this is definitely so. Money here, money investment. I just laughed to myself, because I just literally got money doesn't grow on trees, but that would then be under the Sagittarius thing about beliefs, and you know, to knock that on its head, because that's just old beliefs and old sayings that's been passed down. I just literally saw money doesn't grow on trees. So if there is anything like that, your partner, you know, thinking that way, or if this is about a child in some way, but it looks like it could be something that, you know, that could be a business in its early stages, or that's going into, because that's the future, that's going into the future, going into January, the beginning of next year, and maybe that's what's on somebody's mind, whether it's you, whether it's somebody else's, but the outcome is okay, as long as you're, you know, get a grip on this worry and nervousness about change. It's going to be okay, because you've got the tree there. But the tree does suggest, you know, the outcome is to sit down and retreat, and to think about things. But it looks as though it's going to be okay. Let's just get a few clarifying cards on the heart of the matter, please, Spirit, for Gemini. Some clarity for the change. Yeah, maybe it's something to do with property, because the Four of Wands is completion. It's about completing something. It's usually comes under like you've completed a course, so then there would be a reason to celebrate. You've completed a degree, you've completed I don't know, whatever, but it comes under celebration, and you know, there's something to celebrate. You've achieved something, and it's not bad in reverse either, because this is one of the loveliest cards. You know, it governs engagement, weddings, a home. You know, there's a flipping great big castle there at the back, and it's about four, so it's about grounding. But in reverse, it can be a delay. On this change. And you know, if you put worry out into the universe, then yeah, it can make something seem more bigger and more scarier than what you know it really is. So maybe it's about getting the facts, think about things, get the facts around this situation, because this is very much about bondage, like being attached to something or someone, or letting something or someone have power over you. Well, you know, your thoughts and the ego, and in that sense can be that way, around achieving a goal, whether that's in love or whether that's changing your life in some way, because there you've got the change card, which is all about you know, being able to juggle, and like what's coming in is going out, and not living above your means. And sometimes when you're having a new beginning, a fresh start, because this is all about change, you have to do that, you know, and but you know, the choppy waters are behind this person. They've turned their back on whatever was turbulent in their life, and if you know, that material side of life, and chasing things. It's not working anymore. And yeah, when there's change concerned, then you know you've got to put things in place to make that change. I think is what they're saying. Let's have a look, see what the romance angels want to say to complete your reading for Gemini. Most important message. Well, there's some form of deception going on. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So now this can be you not wanting to see something, you know, and just going along with things because that change would be scary to make that move. Or somebody else, your partner, or maybe you just date, I don't know what the situation is, but you know, they are wearing a false mask. And it can be as simple as, you know, you might be on one page and wanting something and thinking that they want the same as you, but they just want you to be happy, but they're not really honouring themselves, because this card is all about not being authentic to oneself. And if you're not authentic to oneself, that you're lying to yourself, you end up lying to somebody else, your partner or your potential partner, or this friendship here that might be in its early stages. And it could be around children or money. But you know, there is some sort of falseness, and the thing is, you start to be true with yourself, you start to be true with your partner, and then things can move forward. So this is how you'd need to navigate. And yeah, for some it might be big deception, but because of the devil card there and about change, but you've got to, you can only be true to yourself. How somebody else reacts to a situation is really up to them. But I think that's what they're saying. That needs to be looked into for Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising. There we go. I do hope those messages help. Please like, share and subscribe. It's your gift back to me. And the link is below in the video for my website to book a reading. I'm here to be of support. And I will see you back here for January. Lots of love. Namaste.